everybody, and welcome to the Upkeep for Monday, December 4th, 2023.
That's right. It's all the magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
And we're kicking things off this week with a lot of big news. There's a banned and restricted announcement that just dropped this morning.
Wow, there are no changes in Standard, but in Pioneer, Karn, the Great Creator, and Geological Appraiser are banned.
Yeah, this is huge news here. The reason for Karn's banning is Wizards said he kind of warped the format around himself due to how flexible and good he was, especially in mono green, great at finding threats and solutions to whatever the deck encounters. So they said it kind of caused the metagame to either try to go underneath it or try to ignore what it's doing with their own combo strategy, effectively bending the metagame due to his existence, which honestly, I think is a pretty big compliment.
Yes. And as for Geological Appraiser, he has simply been found guilty of winning on turn 3 with just this one card and one treasure token.
So goodbye, Karn the Great Creator and Geological Appraiser. We hardly knew you, Geological Appraiser, but you are banned. They also unbanned something.
Yes. Hello again to Smuggler's Copter. It was originally banned in December of 2019. They think it's safe to unban now to encourage new decks to develop strategies with the card.
I don't know. I gotta say, that unbanning makes me very nervous.
Very spicy. Very spicy.
These are also the same changes in Pioneer, by the way, that are going to affect Explorer in the same way. So the same unbannings and same bannings in Explorer.
We've got modern bans as well. Fury and Up the Beanstalk are both banned. They say, quote, Fury is keeping several diverse and interesting strategies at bay, and for this reason, Fury is banned in Modern.
And Up the Beanstalk also getting the axe here. Apropos, I suppose, of a beanstalk, one of Modern's newest inclusions. They say it's rare for a player to pay anywhere close to 5 mana to cast the cards that they're using with Up the Beanstalk, which is not as Garfield intended, so unfortunately, Up the Beanstalk is getting the ban.
And finally, there's a pauper ban as well. Monastery Swift Spear is saying goodbye. They say, quote, since 2022, the format has sped up considerably. Adding cards has led to decks with faster and more explosive starts, and when your starts can be so strong or difficult to interact with, it can make games feel very lopsided.
You may have noticed that these bans are outside of Wizards' previously mentioned, quote, one time a year ban window plus emergencies. So they say, yeah, that's true. It turns out we have conceded that that does not give us enough flexibility. So they are now going to be moving to a 2 to 5 week ban window after each main set release for bans. That means the next ban window that we can expect will be around March 11th, which is after the release of Murders at Karlov Manor and after the Pro Tour in Chicago, so that Wizards can observe how Pioneer and Standard are doing at that tournament.
They say that the plan is to return to a more active role in managing Pioneer. They say that during the year after its creation, changes to Pioneer were frequent, sometimes with multiple changes in a single month. Moving forward, they'll be actively using the main set release, banned and restricted announcement cadence to take better care of Pioneer.
And they say they really don't want to make too many changes in Standard. They say any Standard bans will be extremely rare, and they will happen, if they do happen, in the rotation trigger in the fall, generally, unless there's some kind of huge problem.
You can watch an interview with Andrew Brown and Dan Musser of Play Design from Weekly MTG last week if you want to get more insight into Wizards' banning philosophy.
And now some big news from some Magic content creators. Hipsters of the Coast and Card Kingdom both are pausing content creation in different ways, but both pausing content creation in some way. First up, Hipsters of the Coast, they tweeted on November 30th, quote, it is with much sadness that we are announcing that Hipsters will be temporarily suspending content publishing beginning December 11th due to unforeseen circumstances. We'll be working behind the scenes to bring content back to the site sometime in 2024. So there is no further word on what happened with Hipsters, but I know we are two people who are kind of very sad about this change, so we look forward to having them back hopefully next year.
Card Kingdom has dropped 60 card content for the foreseeable future. There's no further information available at this time, but it appears that some sites may be moving towards Commander content and away from content that's centered around 60 card formats. Card Kingdom does still have plenty of other written content, but please make sure you're getting out there and supporting written Magic content.
There's now more information about the first Standard Open event, which is going to be happening at MagicCon Chicago next year. Huey Jensen, the architect of the renewed push for Standard at Wizards of the Coast, tweeted about the event the other day. Reminder, the con is happening February 23rd through the 25th, and if you want to play in this Standard Open, the entry fee is $150. First place wins $15,000, which is pretty cool, and that's out of a $75,000 total prize pool. So they're putting a bunch of money behind this. There's 1,200 spots available. You can buy a spot to play in the Open when you buy your badge for the con. And reminder, today is the last day of Cyber Week discounted pricing on those con badges. So if you want to get one, today would probably be one of the best days to buy.
There are upcoming events on Magic's Discord server. There's a Deck Doctor Challenge holiday-themed commander. This is an opportunity for you to build the most on-flavor deck you can around holiday festivities, and server members are going to vote on their favorite deck. Submissions are due December 13th at 12 p.m. Pacific, and voting ends December 14th at 12 p.m. Pacific. You can also get in on some Canadian Highlander on Spell Table. You can play with members of the Magic community team or other server members on Friday, December 15th from 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific.
There's now a couple of opportunities for you to win a Festival in a Box. Festival in a Box, this is the box from Vegas from this year. It includes a bunch of stuff like 24 packs for Chaos Sealed, Dan Frazier's Mox Box Secret Lair Drop, a box of mystery boosters, and a promo Relentless Rats. So the way that you can win this is two ways. One on Arena, and one way is at your LGS. On Arena, there's going to be an event December 8th through the 9th. It costs 5,000 gems to enter. It's going to be best of one Chaos Sealed with 9 packs from different sets on Arena. So these decks are going to be powerful. And you win one of these boxes if you hit 6 wins before you get 2 losses.
If you'd rather play at your local game store, there will be a Chaos Draft from a pool of 24 packs. Your store will host one draft in the window of January 5th through 21st. You have to go 3-0 to win the Mox Box and the Relentless Rats. The rest of the box will be used as prize support. So go out and check with your local game store to see when they're holding their event.
Well, if you're a Commander player, your LGS will soon be hosting a Commander Party event, and you get 4 legendary creatures on Arena if you go and play in one of these events at your LGS. They're happening December 15th through the 17th. You get to play with one of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan pre-constructed commander decks. And if you do, you get 1 copy of each Admiral, Brass Unsinkable, Clavileno, First of the Blessed, Panlaza, Sunfavored, and Zolotoyak, the Smiling Flood.
The Lost Caverns of Ixalan Alchemy set drops tomorrow. There will be 30 new digital-only cards that are going to be added to the Alchemy and Historic formats on Arena. Cards like Scale Soul Gnome. This is 3 red-white for a 3/5 Trample Haste artifact creature gnome. Whenever Scale Soul Gnome deals combat damage to a player, discover X, where X is that damage. Whenever you play a card from exile, conjure a duplicate of it into your hand.
That's a pretty cool card. The full card gallery is available if you want to take a look at these cards. A draft with these cards included will be running December 5th through the 12th, so that's starting tomorrow. And the way that Alchemy draft works is you're doing a normal Lost Caverns of Ixalan draft, but there's 1 card per pack replacing a random common from the Alchemy set. So it kind of shifts the draft format a little bit.
And finally, reminder that the best of 3 qualifier play-in is this Friday on Arena. It's a Lost Caverns of Ixalan Sealed. The qualifier weekend is this Saturday and Sunday, and is also Lost Caverns of Ixalan Limited.
Wow, lots of news this week, everybody. That's all that we have for you. Make sure to check out our full-length show, Good Luck High Five. This week we have a very exciting episode with you, for you, and with you. The history of Commander with Judge Rob. So we're very excited about that. So check that out, Good Luck High Five, in your podcast feed. And if you want to support our work, we would greatly appreciate it to get some new patrons before the end of the year. You can do that by going to patreon.com/GLHFmagic.